and from the Guru to disciple through the lineages, as starting from Bhagavan Paramashiva, who received it, or Devi Parashakti, who gave it to the various rishis of the science, including Sadashiva, and passed down from various rishis like Agastya. And now, through the Guru Parampara, we are all blessed to receive it from the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. So if anyone wants to know more about the Shodashi, all of you are free to come to the daily Nithyananda Satsang, where just today we had the initiation of the Shodashi and the Parashodashi initiation, and in the following days we're going to have the various initiations of the Paramashiva program. And of course, if you want to really experience the whole initiation, you can log on to kailasa.org/Paramashivoham to sign up and register for the Paramashivoham program, which is beginning on the 1st of March to the 21st of March, 2022. So before we move on to the next year, let us take a small break and we'll be back with you just in a few moments.
Greater signs of life can be realized with a greater ability to visualize. Greater science is the equivalent word for Hinduism. When you understand the greater science of life, greater courage, more possibility, more fearlessness, more joy, more bliss. When you visualize Paramashiva with 25 heads, 75 eyes, 50 hands, your consciousness becomes ferocious, and that ability to visualize, you will get involved in everything deeply. Involved people are the most delicious, most sweet, most beautiful, most juiciest beings of planet Earth. The moment you decide, your consciousness is the supreme identity you have, you will not empower your depression, your frustration, deal your problems, whether it is simple headache or depression or the worst suicidal patterns or life negativity, only through consciousness. Don't go for any other solution. Don't keep stupid, toxic, life negative struggles inside.
Yes. So welcoming each and everyone back. We are continuing into the year 2017 on this Glory of the Past segment. On this day, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism conducted the Kalpataru Convention for the general public and revealed the complete understanding of manifestation of one's reality. His simple strategic solution is made up of 3 statements. the understanding of which empowers us to live the highest possibility. Number one, understand that we are not a finished product. We are a possibility, a happening. It is never too late to change because we are a seed on fertile soil, even if we are 93 years old. The second statement, all our patterns are dead. Our compulsive thought currents and behaviors are not living parts of us or a living energy. All we have to do is to drop them and do the last rites for them. And the third one, our will is a living organism, living mechanism, living principle. When we give life to that, we will be constantly rising to our highest possibility. So here the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, expanding on the science of Kalpataru, how to create one's reality. We have heard here the three main powerful cognitions shared by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. An extremely important convention that we invite each and everyone to go to listen to. So go on this year, 11th February 2017, as the science of manifesting your reality is surely the only science that you need in your life. So inviting each and everyone to listen to these conventions, to these satsangs given by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, to grasp the right cognitions in order to operate and make our life successful.
We are now entering into the 11th of February 2018. On this day, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism revealed the most important sacred secrets about puja from the Akashic records of Vedas and Agamas. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism explained that looking at puja from logic, we may only see it as a peace-invoking technique. Looking at puja from the heart, we may see it as a celebration. Looking at puja from our depth, we may see it as a cosmic connecting cognition. However, if we look at puja from our very space, it is a power manifestation methodology where we manifest the state, space, and powers of Paramashiva. Later that day, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism initiated hundreds of delegates into the Shiva Diksha, the royal initiation into the sacred Shaiva Sampradaya, and gave the Kalpataru Darshan as part of the Mahasadashivoham continuous education program in Adi Kailasa.
Yes, sorry for this technical glitch. We are now entering into the year 2020 on the 11th of February. On this day, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism expounded on the cosmic truth of the Panchakritya, the 5 principles of Paramashiva, which are creation, sustenance, rejuvenation, delusion, and liberation, during the Nithyananda Satsang, the daily presidential address. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism further expanded on the 6th unmanifested phase of Paramashiva and divulged further how the powers of Aparigraha and Asteya, which are living with minimal things and non-stealing, leads to enlightenment. Later that day, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism gave a special initiation for all to experience the Ishwaratva and the Paramashivatva space. So the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism constantly reaching out and keeping us engaged, keeping our seeking alive and our space of listening and devotion active. So here the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism expanding on the Panchakritya, an extremely important understanding of Hinduism, which makes it very different from what we know in the West. So inviting each and everyone to listen to that, as the principles and the dimensions of delusion and liberation are something which is totally unknown to the philosophies of the West. So here, inviting each and everyone to go on Nithyanandapedia on the 11th of February 2020, listen to this presidential address by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism on this topic.
We are now entering into the 11th of February 2021. In this day's presidential address, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism expounded on the concepts of muscle memory, biomemory, and bioenergy. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism defined muscle memory as the memory of all our day-to-day habits, lifestyle, the food we like, or everything based on our actions. Every belief we carry, the powerful cognitions, powerful conclusions we carry, that is biomemory. The core of us, the I in us, how it experiences itself due to the continuous impact of muscle memory and biomemory on us, that is called bioenergy. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism also conducted the Maheshwara Puja for the 100-car pileup that happened in Fort Worth Freeway, Texas, United States, caused by the winter storm Shirley on February 2021. So here we can see the definitions given by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism on the muscle memory, biomemory, and bioenergy. And also we can see the Maheshwara Puja, the Kailasa Department of Religion and Worship, and Kailasa giving the peace for the whole world by offering the Maheshwara Puja, the completion rituals for all the various global happenings and the unfortunate tragic incidents which happened, which is continuing even now. And just in a few days, we'll be having the Maheshwara Puja again. So all of us can stay tuned and offer the Maheshwara Puja for your loved ones if they have passed on. So with that, we have come to the end of this beautiful segment, the glimpses of the glorious past on the 11th of February 2021, the 11th of February on over the years from the early years of 2000 till last year. So we will now be moving on to the next segment, which is a beautiful initiation by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism to get ready to receive the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism live and experience the further initiations. So let's all get ready to receive the satsang.
Paramashivoham experience is literally Paramashiva happening in your aham. Paramashiva manifesting in all is complete Paramadvaita Swabhava. With all his dimensions, with all his energy, with all his experience, with all his manifestations, with all his possibilities, with all his powers, he himself manifesting in Paramadvaita is Paramashivoham. Today is Amavasya. Next Amavasya is the Mahashivaratri. From that day, the Paramashivoham is going to start for the 21 days. From Mahashivaratri, 21 days. It's like March 1st to March 21st. This whole month, this Amavasya, today till Shivaratri, this whole month, we will have Paramashivogam initiation program. This Paramashivogam initiation program is free for all. I am just going to initiate all of you morning and evening. 2 sessions every day. Go on initiating. All of you into Paramashivogam. This program, this 1 month from today to Shivaratri, this whole 30 days, sorry, maybe may not be 30 days, it's a month. It's a month as per the Hindu calendar, Amavasya to Amavasya. At least 2 sessions a day, I'll go on be initiating all of you, preparing all of you to manifest Paramashivoham. Whoever is very sincere about manifesting Paramashivoham, start attending from today till Shivaratri this Paramashivoham initiation. It is free for all. I am opening it for all. At least 2 initiations every day, because I have to give you 108 great spiritual products from Mahakailasa, starting from the Kundalini awakening, initiating your 7 chakras, then awakening your 7 bodies, then the science of Nirvikalpa Samadhi, unclutching, then initiating you and manifesting complete completion, Purnatva, then initiating you into Sahaja Samadhi, perpetual completion, then initiating you into manifesting powers. It's like more than 108 great gifts I have brought from Kailasa, which I was sharing last 25 years with the whole world. Now, I have put the whole thing together in a nutshell, powerful way, like new and clear, ready to just explode in your consciousness and start manifesting. Last 3 years, me being away from the humanity, understand? Last 3 years, me being completely away from humanity, staying away from whole chaos called human civilization, this modern civilization, has given me so much of space to be with Kailasa completely and download this whole Paramadvaita. Please understand, when a person feels he is peaceful, happy with himself and his existence, he delivers the best. Last 3 years, not only I am feeling peaceful and happy inside, that I feel from the time Paramashiva gave me the Paramadvaita as Arunagiri Yogishwara, from the age of 10. From that time I feel that inside. Last 3 years, not only inside, even outside I am feeling that. Absolute Paramashanta, Paramananda, Parama Advaita, Samadhi Sthiti. So understand, I am in my best form. So I am going to deliver the best things Paramashiva gave me in the best way. from today, this whole month, till Mahashivratri, attend all the initiations I am giving. That is enough preparation for Paramashivoham level 3. People tell me, how should I prepare? What should I do? How can I manifest? I should manifest this Guru Dakshina. I should manifest this. I should manifest time. I should manifest what all I should manifest mentally, physically, economically to prepare myself for Paramashivoham. Understand, attend this Paramashivoham initiation, morning and evening, whatever time I am coming and sitting here. At least 2 initiation I will give every day. Paramashivoham initiation till Shivaratri day. Attend this, you will see. I am blessing you all as the living manifestation of Paramashiva. All of you will experience Paramashivoham level 3 and the Paramadvaita. Paramadvaita is what Paramashiva wants to give you all through this Paramashivoham. You will be prepared physically, mentally, economically, emotionally, psychologically, consciously. Everything you need will come to you. Just attend this Paramashivoham initiation. This whole month, attend this Paramashivoham initiation. I will cause your reality not only to come to Paramashivoham, to manifest Paramashivoham and Paramadvaita. This whole month, 2 initiation, at least 2 initiation per day, I'll be giving from morning and evening. It's absolutely open for everyone, free for all. I'll awaken your DNA, layers of DNA. I'll awaken your consciousness. I'll transmit the bioenergy of Paramashiva. Everything Paramashiva gave me from Mahakailasa, I will share it with you all. I am in such a happy, peaceful, extremely safe, secured space and place. Because I am in absolute peace, Paramashanta and Paramananda.
ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಗಜಮುಗ ಗಜಮುಗ ಗಜಾನನ ಗಜಮುಗ ಗಜಮುಗ ಗಜಾನನ ಗಿರಿಜಾನಂದನ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಗಿರಿಜಾನಂದನ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಗಿರಿಜಾನಂದನ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಗಿರೀಶನಂದನ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಗಿರೀಶನಂದನ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಗಿರೀಶನಂದನ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಗಿರೀಶನಂದನ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಗಜಮುಗ ಗಜಮುಗ ಗಜಾನನ ಗಜಮುಗ ಗಜಮುಗ ಗಜಾನನ ಗಜಮುಗ ಗಜಮುಗ ಗಜಾನನ ಗಜಮುಗ ಗಜಮುಗ ಗಜಾನನ ಗೌರಿ ನಂದನ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಗೌರಿ ನಂದನ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಗೌರಿ ನಂದನ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಗೌರಿ ನಂದನ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಗಜಮುಗ ಗಜಮುಗ ಗಜಾನನ ಗಜಮುಗ ಗಜಮುಗ ಗಜಾನನ ಗಿರಿಜಾನಂದನ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಗಿರಿಜಾನಂದನ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಗಿರಿಜಾನಂದನ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಗಿರಿಜಾನಂದನ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಗಿರೀಶನಂದನ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಗಿರೀಶನಂದನ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಗಿರೀಶನಂದನ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಗಿರೀಶನಂದನ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಗಜಮುಗ ಗಜಮುಗ ಗಜಾನನ ಗಜಮುಗ ಗಜಮುಗ ಗಜಾನನ ಲಂಬೋದರ ನಿತ್ಯ ಗಜಾನನ ಲಂಬೋದರ ನಿತ್ಯ ಗಜಾನನ ಲಂಬೋದರ ನಿತ್ಯ ಗಜಾನನ ಲಂಬೋದರ ನಿತ್ಯ ಗಜಾನನ ಪಾರ್ವತಿ ನಂದನ ಪರಮದಯಾಕರ ಪಾರ್ವತಿ ನಂದನ ಪರಮದಯಾಕರ ಪಾರ್ವತಿ ನಂದನ ಪರಮದಯಾಕರ ಪಾರ್ವತಿ ನಂದನ ಪರಮದಯಾಕರ ಲಂಬೋದರ ನಿತ್ಯ ಗಜಾನನ ಲಂಬೋದರ ನಿತ್ಯ ಗಜಾನನ ಬಂದ ವಿಮೋಚನ ಭವ ಭಯ ಭಂಜನ 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 ಪ್ರಣವ ಸ್ವರೂಪ ಹೇ ನಿತ್ಯನೂತನ ಪ್ರಣವ ಸ್ವರೂಪ ಹೇ ನಿತ್ಯನೂತನ ಪ್ರಣವ ಸ್ವರೂಪ ಹೇ ನಿತ್ಯನೂತನ ಪ್ರಣವ ಸ್ವರೂಪ ಹೇ ನಿತ್ಯನೂತನ ಪಾಹಿ ಪ್ರಭೋ ಮಾಂ ಪಾಹಿ ಗಜಾನನ 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 ಲಂಬೋದರ ನಿತ್ಯ ಗಜಾನನ ಲಂಬೋದರ ನಿತ್ಯ ಗಜಾನನ ಪಾರ್ವತಿ ನಂದನ ಪರಮದಯಾಕರ ಪಾರ್ವತಿ ನಂದನ ಪರಮದಯಾಕರ ಬಂದ ವಿಮೋಚನ ಭವ ಭಯ ಭಂಜನ 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 ಪ್ರಣವ ಸ್ವರೂಪ ಹೇ ನಿತ್ಯನೂತನ ಪ್ರಣವ ಸ್ವರೂಪ ಹೇ ನಿತ್ಯನೂತನ ಪಾಹಿ ಪ್ರಭೋ ಮಾಂ ಪಾಹಿ ಗಜಾನನ ಪಾಹಿ ಪ್ರಭೋ ಮಾಂ ಪಾಹಿ ಗಜಾನನ गजानन पाहि प्रभो मां पाहि गजानन लम्बोदरा नित्य गजानन लम्बोदरा नित्य गजानन लम्बोदरा नित्य गजानन लम्बोदरा नित्य गजानन पार्वती नंदन परमदयाकर पार्वती नंदन परमदयाकर पार्वती नंदन परमदयाकर पार्वती नंदन परमदयाकर लंबोदरा नित्य गजानन लंबोदरा नित्य गजानन बंध विमोचन भव भय वांचन 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 प्रणव स्वरूपा नित्यानंदन प्रणव स्वरूपा नित्यानंदन पाहि प्रभो मां पाहि गजानन 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 गणेश चरणं परम पावनं नित्यानन्दं गजाननं गणेश चरणं परम पावनं नित्यानन्दं गजाननं नित्यस्मरणं परम पावनं नित्यानन्दं गजाननं नित्यस्मरणं परम पावनं नित्यानन्दं गजाननं गणेश चरणं परम पावनं नित्यानन्दं गजाननं गणेश चरणं परम पावनं नित्यानन्दं गजाननं नित्यस्मरणं परम पावनं नित्यानन्दं गजाननं नित्यस्मरणं परम पावनं नित्यानन्दं गजाननं सद्गुरु शरणं परम पावनं नित्यानन्दं गजाननं सद्गुरु शरणं परम पावनं नित्यानन्दं गजाननं भवभयहरणं परम पावनं नित्यानन्दं गजाननं भवभयहरणं परम पावनं नित्यानन्दं गजाननं चरणं परम पावनं नित्यानन्दं गजाननं गणेश चरणं परम पावनं नित्यानन्दं गजाननं नित्यस्मरणं परम पावनं नित्यानन्दं गजाननं नित्यस्मरणं परम पावनं नित्यानन्दं गजाननं सद्गुरु शरणं परम पावनं नित्यानन्दं गजाननं सद्गुरु शरणं परम पावनं नित्यानन्दं गजाननं भवभयहरणं परम पावनं नित्यानन्दं गजाननं भवभयहरणं परम परमपावनं नित्यानन्दं गजाननम् चरणं परमपावनं नित्यानन्दं गजाननं गणेशचरणं परमपावनं नित्यानन्दं गजाननं नित्यस्मरणं परमपावनं नित्यानन्दं गजाननं नित्यस्मरणं परमपावनं नित्यानन्दं गजाननं सद्गुरुशरणं परमपावनं नित्यानन्दं गजाननं सद्गुरुशरणं परमपावनं नित्यानन्दं गजाननं भवभयहरणं परमपावनं नित्यानन्दं गजाननं भवभयहरणं परमपावनं नित्यानन्दं गजाननं गणेशचरणं परमपावनं नित्यानन्दं गजाननं गणेशचरणं परमपावनं नित्यानन्दं गजाननं नित्यस्मरणं परमपावनं नित्यानन्दं गजाननं नित्यस्मरणं परमपावनं नित्यानन्दं गजाननं नित्यानन्दं गजाननम् नित्यानन्दं गजाननम्
नित्यानन्दा हे नित्यानन्दा नित्यानन्दा हे नित्यानन्दा नित्यानन्दा हे नित्यानन्दा नित्यानन्दा हे नित्यानन्दा गौरी तनया गजानना गौरी तनया गजानना गौरी तनया गजानना गौरी तनया गजानना नित्यानन्दा हे नित्यानन्दा नित्यानन्दा हे नित्यानन्दा गौरी तनया गजानना गौरी तनया गजानना हे नित्यानन्दन जय जगद्वन्दन हे नित्यानन्दन जय जगद्वन्दन हे नित्यानन्दन जय जगद्वन्दन हे नित्यानन्दन जय जगद्वन्दन विद्याबुद्धि प्रदायना विद्याबुद्धि प्रदायना विद्याबुद्धि प्रदायना विद्याबुद्धि प्रदायना विद्याबुद्धि प्रदायना विद्याबुद्धि प्रदायना परमनिरञ्जन मूषिकवाहना परमनिरञ्जन मूषिकवाहना परमनिरञ्जन मूषिकवाहना परमनिरञ्जन मूषिकवाहना नित्यपुरीश्वर नित्यानन्दा नित्यपुरीश्वर नित्यानन्दा नित्यपुरीश्वर नित्यानन्दा नित्यपुरीश्वर नित्यानन्दा नित्यानन्दा हे नित्यानन्दा नित्यानंदन जय जगवंदन हे नित्यानंदन जय जगवंदन विद्याबुद्धि प्रदायक विद्याबुद्धि प्रदायक विद्याबुद्धि प्रदायक विद्याबुद्धि प्रदायक परम निरंजन मूषिकवाहन परम निरंजन मूषिकवाहन नित्यपुरीश्वर नित्यानंदा नित्यपुरीश्वर नित्यानंदा नित्यपुरीश्वर नित्यानंदा नित्यपुरीश्वर नित्यानंदा नित्यानंदा हे 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 नित्यानंदा गौरी तनया गजानना गौरी तनया गजानना नित्यानंदा हे नित्यानंदा नित्यानंदा हे नित्यानंदा गौरी तनया गजानना गौरी तनया गजानना नित्यपुरीश्वर नित्यानंदा नित्यपुरीश्वर नित्यानंदा
चन्द्रकलाधर नित्यानन्दा शशिवदनां शिव नित्यानन्दा चन्द्रकलाधर नित्यानन्दा शशिवदनां शिव नित्यानन्दा गौरी शङ्कर नित्यानन्दा कनक सबेसा नित्यानन्दा गौरी शङ्कर नित्यानन्दा कनक सबेसा नित्यानन्दा करुणामूर्ते नित्यानन्दा अरुणाचलेसा नित्यानन्दा करुणामूर्ते नित्यानन्दा अरुणाचलेसा नित्यानन्दा केशव नरहरि नित्यानन्दा श्याम गोपाला नित्यानन्दा केशव नरहरि नित्यानन्दा श्याम गोपाला नित्यानन्दा मुरली गोपाल नित्यानन्दा मुरली मनोहर नित्यानन्दा मुरली गोपाल नित्यानन्दा मुरली मनोहर नित्यानन्दा गोकुलनन्दन नित्यानन्दा नटवर श्यामा नित्यानन्दा गोकुलनन्दन नित्यानन्दा नटवर श्यामा नित्यानन्दा नित्यानन्दा हरि नित्यानन्दा नित्यानन्दा हरि नित्यानन्दा नित्यानन्दा हरि नित्यानन्दा
महागणपतिरवतु मां श्री महागणपतिरवतु मां श्री महागणपतिरवतु मां नित्या मातङ्गं कशी 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 महागणपतिरवतु कामजनक विधेन्द्र सन्नुत कमल नयन निवासो कामजनक विधेन्द्र सन्नुत कमल नयन निवासो कामजनक विधेन्द्र सन्नुत कमल नयन निवासो कोमलकर वल्लभधर गुरुभाग्रज शिवात्मज कोमलकर वल्लभधर गुरुभाग्रज शिवात्मज मम गमरि गम गणकुजं निसरि किडद पनि सजुद निसरि मद गणं मगमदन तपम मदि मिदम पनि पगिदरि पनि सरि मुकुन्दरि मपनि सगिडजं निगम सरि मिदरि निसरि स मुकुन्दरि पनि पदनि मिदरि निगम निसजं करि ददानि गमदति किडतु श्री महागणपति तवतु मां नित्या मातङ्गं कशी महागणपतिरवतु स्वर्णकर्षण वेगराजो पादाम्बुजो गौरवर्णवसनधरो भालचन्द्रो सुवर्णकर्षण वेगराजो पादाम्बुजो गौरवर्णवसनधरो भालचन्द्रो नरादि विनुतलम्बोदरो नरादि विनुतलम्बोदरो कुवलय स्वविषाण आशाङ्कुशमोदक कुवलय स्वविषाण आशाङ्कुशमोदक नित्यानन्दो भवजलधिना नित्यानन्दो भवजलधिना नित्यानन्दो भवजलधिना मूल प्रकृति स्वभाव सुखदरो नित्यानन्दो भवजलधिना मूल प्रकृति स्वभाव सुखदरो हरिसहस्र सन्निपदेको हरिजननुतमूषिकवाहो हरिसहस्र सन्निपदेको हरिजननुतमूषिकवाहो अवनतदेवता समूहो अविनाशकैवल्यकेको अवनतदेवता समूहो अविनाशकैवल्यकेको मम गमरि गमतनकुजं निजरि गणरपमिदरुषुगणि मदगणं मगमतनतपमदिमितमपनिपगितरि हरिसरि कुन्दरि मपनिपगितरि निगमसरि निदरि निदरि कुन्दरि पनि पदरि निदरि निगमरि ददानि ददानि पमतरि निदतु श्री महागणपतिरवतु मां मातङ्गं कशी महागणपतिरवतु
सुन्दर जय नित्य विनायका सुन्दर जय नित्य विनायका सुन्दर जय नित्य विनायका नित्यगजानन विघ्नकोटिहर नित्यगजानन सकलविघ्नहर नित्यगजानन सकलविघ्नहर नित्यगजानन सकलविघ्नहर नित्यगजानन सकलविघ्नहर नित्यगजानन विघ्नकोटिहर नित्यगजानन विघ्नकोटिहर नित्यगजानन सकलविघ्नहर नित्यगजानन सकलविघ्नहर नित्यगजानन ईश्वरी नन्दन नित्यगजानन ईश्वरी नन्दन नित्यगजानन ईश्वरी नन्दन नित्यगजानन ईश्वरी नन्दन नित्यगजानन जय जय गणेश जय श्री गणेश 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 जय जय गणेश जय नित्य 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 गणेश जय
ಓಂ 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 I bless you all. Let's all radiate with integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching cause, living Shuddhatvaita Saivam Paramatvaita. The state, space, powers, being, superconsciousness, and Kailasa, Maha Kailasa of Paramashiva. Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. The eternal bliss Nithyananda. Thank you. Be blissful.
Jnanapadati Manual under the guidance of Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. Let's start with the Sadguru Vandanam. Nithyanandam Paramasukhanam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gaganasadusham Tattvamasyaadi Lakshyam Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Let's go through the disclaimers. Security measures. No photography, video, audio recording. Important cautions. Please be aware of the important cautions. What is spa manifestation? Let's hear from Bhagavan himself explaining what is spa manifestation.
All the 25 states of consciousness, when they happen in you, due to your chemicals and hormones, ups and downs, it is powerlessness. When it happens in you, out of your free will and consciousness, it is powerfulness. That's all. When you fall into sleep, it is powerlessness. When you enter into sleep, it is powerfulness. When you fall into dream, it is powerlessness. When you decide to dream, it is powerfulness. So I have added the ultimate powerfulness, Turiyatita, in your whole being and doing, manifest all the powers. Understand, power manifestation is nothing but cognitive shift. It is not work. It is cognitive shift. Understand? It is just cognitive shift. It's not work. Work is a 4-letter word. Power manifestation is cognitive shift. Playing with life. Playing with being alive. Static matter, dynamic activity, strategic existence, all these three has no boundary. You are one with it. You are alive in everything. Everything listens to you. Everything decides as you want. Power manifestation is cognitive shift, raising your frequency, not work.
Beautifully, Bhagavan explained what is spa manifestation. Raising your frequency, not work. Becoming the kalpatru of your life. Manifesting your desire into reality. Everything listening to you as you want. This is spa manifestation. And every day, manifesting the powers of Paramashiva, you start understanding how life can be auspiciousness, abundance, and bliss, and healing, and much more. And fulfilling all the outer world and inner desire into reality. The pramanas, the evidences, gives us the cognitive shift from where we are as what we understand as self-doubt, self-denial, and self-hatred as mind. Beyond that, there exists a space. Paramashiva is real. Consciousness is real. Experiencing that oneness as Paramashiva as reality. The Shastra Pramana, the authentic scriptures, Shrutis, Veda Agama stands as a foundation for Hinduism. Apta Pramana, authentic, time-tested, foolproof, scientific, compilation of the experience of the sages, rishis, and enlightened masters, which in terms with Shastra Pramana. Atma Pramana, with Apta Pramana, a guru is able to experience and live the truth claimed by the Shastra Pramana. Shakshi Pramanas are the manifestation and experience of the Guru's initiation in the disciple of a particular lineage, which is demonstrable to the world. Pratyaksha Pramana, the having the truth validated by the scientific study. Bhagavan Paramashiva has beautifully given us the pramanas to understand the deeper science of power manifestation and manifesting through each one of us as our reality. Now let's go to the Shastra Pramana. The Shastra Pramana for the power of Akashic reading is from Vijnana Bhairava Tantra. Vijnana, consciousness, Bhairava, one who experienced the consciousness beyond the mind, and Tantra, how you have the procedure steps. Here, beautifully, it is given to us as our understanding to have the conscious breakthrough. For the Akashic reading power, the scriptural reference is from Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, Sutra 84, Dharana 61.
Let's start the Shastra Pramana, the eternal unchanging.
The Shastra Pramana for the power of remote viewing or Akashic reading is taken from the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, Sutra 84, Dharana 61. Akasham vimalam pashyan kritva drishtim nirantaram stabdhatma takshanad devi bhairavam vapurabnuyat. Akasham vimalam pashyam kritva drishtim nirantaram stabdhatma takshanad devi bhairavam vapurapnuyat.
Beautifully, Bhagavan Paramashiva has given each sutras for us to understand the deeper science, the deeper reality, how we can experience the oneness with Paramashiva and manifest as powers. For the power of Akashic reading, remote vision, is taken from Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, Sutra 84, Dharana 61. In this, Paramashiva translates beautifully, looking at the spotless infinite etheric space, Akasha, beyond the skies and clouds, and one should fix one's gaze, that is our third eye, without blinking continuously and make the body and the inner space steady and motionless. In the very moment, O Devi, one attains the nature and powers of infinite space, Bhairava. How can we experience the infinite space is clearly given to us when the random eye movement which is there in our eyes completely stops. We can see beyond the blue skies and we can see even in the daytime the stars, Bhagavan says. And how his yoga guru just pulled him with his hand, pressing the Kurma Nadi in his hand and showing him that just by holding these thoughts into the no thought zone, you can simply see beyond the blue sky and you can see the stars even in the bright daylight. And Bhagavan beautifully says how his yoga guru used to make him lie down with some pillows on his back, in lower back, so that his head will fall down and his leg will fall down. And he used to do up to 2 feet height in the back. But he said for us, we can keep few pillows and just lie down in the vast sky. And whatever we see, the Mahakasha simply reflects into our Chidakasha, making us experience the consciousness as reality. Bhagavan Paramashiva has clearly said how we can experience the conscious space more and more into reality. What we understand as ourself, we know ourself, we don't recognize ourself, we know ourself. We can recognize something. We can recognize our hand. We can recognize our body. We can recognize our surroundings. We can recognize other things. But Bhagavan says we can't recognize ourselves because we know ourselves. Where is recognizing? We know even in the darkest of the room, we know ourselves. Sorry for that. So we know that we are the self. Even in the darkest night, in the darkest room where we have no light to even see our hands, we know the self exists. We don't have to recognize ourselves. But in terms of our body, our mind, our thoughts, we recognize the problem. We know that it is not us. We know that all that is happening to us. but we know it is not us. Bhagavan again and again says, go to that self, especially when you are angry, hungry, lusty, or you're taking bath. You are so close to that self, who you are, and that does not change even with all the outer world problems that you're going through. You reside in, Bhagavan says, conscious centric. You are in the space of oneness with Paramashiva, and more you will start recognizing Paramashiva as reality. Bhagavan Paramashiva says, Paramashiva is not a body. It is a principle, and it manifests as different dimension, as auspiciousness around you. When you recognize Paramashiva more and more, like you have a better job, you gain the salary more than what you are asking for, you attract all the wealth, health, best relationship, best things in your life. When you decide, I will hold Paramashiva as my integrity, as myself, who I am, the more you recognize yourself, that self is nothing but Paramashiva, and that Paramashiva is showing you all this ups and downs which you're going through. When you understand and reside in Paramashiva, not giving up, we don't give up anything when we wake up from the dream. We only gain more confidence and more control of this reality. Same way, when you wake up as Paramashiva, the self who you are, not the ups and downs, the struggle, chaos and confusion, and where you're stuck and where things are not working, frustration, all that is not you, even though you are responsible for that. It is not you. It is only that is happening to you. When you recognize yourself beyond that, you start attracting more and more auspiciousness and not the confusion. More and more you recognize yourself as your confusion. Bhagavan says, you are attracting more and more confusion into your life. Mass attracts mass. The more you are heavy in your thoughts, more you're going to attract more chaos. The more lighter you feel in your body and mind, more best things in life you attract. That is the subtler and subtler, which is auspiciousness, abundance. All are very subtle and light. Whenever you feel heavy, you are attracting the heavy things. Vyasa, when he ate from Gopikas all the dishes, and even Mahapariva, even Baba, everybody has eaten a large meal, and after that they have felt very light. How is that possible? And they say, and Vyasa goes to Yamuna and says, if I did not eat and I am a Nitya Nirahari, open and give me way. And the Yamuna opens and gives way, because they did not hold whatever is around them, the outer world, the taste or anything from outer world as their input. They only held Paramashiva, the pure space of consciousness, as their self. Who is their self? Which is the actual reality. When they hold that, they are in such a space to create, manifest any reality they want as the ultimate reality into their life. It's a science. Bhagavan teaches us this as a science. How we can experience the ultimate oneness with Paramashiva, raising our frequency more and more to the higher frequency, the subtler, the lighter and lighter frequencies, where we can experience the quantum space as a frequency, as an energy, rather than the physical matter. Here beautifully it says, when you are able to hold that self, that is what happens in the deep sleep. You are in deep sleep, you have only the self, the random eye movement stops. And you know how to stop that during the deep sleep. And you have such a blissful experience that you want to go back every single day. Now, with consciously, we can make the mind dissolve. How will the mind dissolve? If you don't give any food, Bhagavan says, when the fishes are jumping, if you don't give any food, they will stop jumping and get bored and leave you. If you keep giving the food, it will start getting excited more and it will jump. What is the food? What emotion and feeling we are getting engaged with the outer world, what is happening. When you do not get engaged and understanding that it is also a dream, we have a bigger reality than this. When we experience oneness with Paramashiva and ready to drop everything to see what is behind the screen. The screen is just a thin layer, But beyond that exists the whole space of Paramashiva. And you can experience that when you know that you are self. You already know that you are self. Nobody has to show you, make you recognize. You know you are the self. But holding that and not get engaged in all the patterns that are thrown on us, we're ready to unclutch from it. No, even this pattern is not me. It is happening to me, but it is not me. Whatever is happening to me is not me. I am Paramashiva. Holding that powerful space again and again, restoring yourself. Who you are is not the pattern, ups and downs, and all the narration, the brain fog, Bhagavan calls it. If you do not get engaged with the brain fog, you are liberated into the space of Paramashiva. You are the awakened soul. You are in the space of the Paramashiva. Beautifully in Ramayana, how beautifully it is depicted as a play for us to understand this Leela. Valmiki writes the whole Ramayana and Rama comes to enact the whole thing. So here we have the Gandharva who was a Gandharva, Kadamba, but because of the curse of Ashtavakra, he was changed into a demon and he was suffering so much. And Rama and Lakshmana cut his head and hands and liberated him. He was so happy and he wanted to help Rama and Lakshmana. So he guided them to Sugriva, the mountains where he was living. And he told Sugriva would help and he's hiding behind. And if you go help him, he will help you to find out where Sita is. Sita is the very Paramashiva, who you are. And all the struggle we are having is with the outer world. When you decide, you don't give any input to your mind and the mind dissolves into the inner space, not finding anything to have a brain fog or a narration. It dissolves itself and you experience the complete thoughtless space and experience oneness with Paramashiva, the ultimate reality. Now, Bhagavan beautifully gives us the Akashic reading. Just by listening to Akashic reading, we can be in the space of oneness with Paramashiva. All the Akashic reading is delivered right from Kalabhairava himself. So just by listening, removes so much of karma from us and liberates us. And Bhagavan gives us very deep knowledge of the self, where he gives the powerful cognition to manifest the power of Akashic reading.
Up feels it is floating, swimming, drowning, dissolving or disappearing. The drop is always the part of the whole ocean. Whenever you accept the greed to experience different states of your own being, whenever you are afraid of different states of your own being, you create different states of consciousness to fulfill your fear or greed. That is what you call waking state, dream state, deep sleep state, the fourth state, and the crisscrossing of all these four states. Crisscrossing of all these four states creates 16 states, and above all, the ultimate state is Turyadita, beyond all these four. In that, you experience you are always, you were, you are, you will be part of the whole. And this realization is a mandatory basic necessity for the every soul which started feeling out of delusion it is separated from the whole. The birth, as you think, never happens. It is just the different states of consciousness creating the kaleidoscopic effect and showing you the universe and the world in a different space, because the kaleidoscopic effect which you create attracts your attention so much by creating fear or greed. You forget to look into the first person and see you will ever remain as the part of the source, can never move out of the source. The source exists in source. So where is the question of birth?
With that, let's go to Shakshi Pramana. Shakshi.
Ma Ida, beautifully from Sweden, has written, today we did the Shakti of Akashic reading, and I decided I wanted to be my own partner today. So I asked myself the question. I did not know the answer. I asked Swamiji, what region in India is Varanasi located? And the right answer is Uttar Pradesh. And I saw the word Uttara. Now, know nothing about India region except Tamil Nadu and Karnataka. She has beautifully described how she was able to do the Akashic reading of unknown places. Today we are going to experience the oneness with Paramashiva and manifest the Paramashiva space by doing the Akashic reading of unknown places. You can have a partner, and partner can ask you questions about different places, and you can write down the answer, and like, what is my hometown, or where does my husband come from, any questions from the partner. Or if you don't have a partner, you can write down the detail of few places and you can Google it where it is and find out the details of however it is appearing in your third eye. Just write it down or make a picture, and you can Google scan and see if it matches exactly. All this powers is not just to play with some meaning and some words, but it is such a profound thing. Every day, manifestation, Bhagavan says, is tapas. And he says it's better than doing anything in the whole day, because during the manifestation time, you are holding I am Paramashiva more than when you're driving a car or talking to your friend. So it is worth more than any other time to hold the space. Paramashiva is real and manifest powers. And whether you manifest or not, you will start seeing so many differences in your life and so many auspicious things. Even with such a impossible things that is coming to you, will simply do power manifestation every single day. We have seen so many of them share their beautiful experiences of Bhagwan's initiations, Bhagwan's manifestation through their life in so many possibilities which they never imagined. By just attending these initiation, darshans and power manifestations, you can experience the ultimate slowly and slowly moving to the space of Paramashiva itself, Kailasha itself. Simply, Kailasha sucks you in to make you understand you are the god and goddesses of Kailasha. Each one of you are the chosen one to experience the ultimate. Be very clear, otherwise you would have dropped long back from this session. You would have just heard one line and you would have dropped off. If you're still here, be very clear. You are the chosen one by Paramashiva himself to manifest your life into ultimate bliss and auspiciousness. Now, all we need to do is, let's write down the detail what we want to scan. And after that, let's put away everything. Sit straight with the head, neck and spine in a straight line. Hold the space. Paramashiva is real. In your third eye, all the darshan, initiation, Bhagwan is showering on us day in and day out. All that, hold that space in your third eye and absolute unclutching from anything other than who you are, the self. Other than that, everything else is only a delusion. Hold all that, unclutch from all that, and be very clear. For this session, we don't need any narration from the brain or any brain fog. We just need to remove that screen and hold only Paramashiva is real. Only self is there. Other than self, I don't have anything. Ask the mind to just dissolve into that self, looking at the self, and Paramashiva, who has initiated you into the space of oneness, Nirvikalpa Samadhi, will simply manifest through you, and Paramashiva will make you full of Paramashiva, manifesting all that you want as your reality. Now, all of us, collective integrity, collectness, holding the space of oneness, entangling with Bhagavan in the quantum space. All the oneness capsules bring you to the quantum space. And when you chant the Mahavakya, it vibrates into the quantum space, the subtler and subtler, the higher frequency. Not